Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy pulsecon exclusive A Hero Is Born twin pack. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox them live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We'll then have a detailed look at them in both of their modes to help you decide how you want to display them. We'll then see how they compare with other figures that have shared and used their original moulds, and we can also see some other versions of these figures that have been released down the generations, and indeed I think it was botcon toy lines as well. So loads to get through, loads of comparisons, and as you can see as I'm putting these back, I'd like to remind anybody, if they're not already a subscriber to this channel, if they'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me and the channel out. Now of course, before we open the box, we've got to have a look at the artwork on it, because I keep saying this as well, I just love the fact that they're making this bit of extra effort with it. I mean, it's stunning. There unfortunately is a very damaged Orion Packs. There of course is, look at that, it's stunning. It's brilliant artwork. The box, as you can see, is quite thick. It's thicker than I thought it would be, to be honest. This must be because of the Vector Sigma additional part that's in there, because of course both the Sweep and Scourge, even though they were Voyage class figures, did not have boxes anywhere near this wide. So that's the extra bonus part we've got there. Yes, this is a redeco and retool, of course, of Studio Series 86 Cup, and that is a redeco and retool of Studio Series 86 Scourge and Sweep. We've got the lovely Legacy logo there on the top. Of course, I need to thank Hasbro Pulse. That is who sent this out to me nice, quickly and safely. And in all honesty, they've gone and refunded all of us guys in the UK some money, because they overcharged us for the cost of these. Still ended up being more than the American price, but it was nice that they actually acknowledged something and indeed give us a bit of a refund. So let's see if we can take this out and see what's inside. Of course, this is my first experience of this box set and these figures. I like to look at pictures, and obviously I'll see reveals, but I do stay away from other people's reviews purely for the fact that it gives me the opportunity to do exactly this, complete first impressions, which I'm going to be doing in a second. Right, so apologies for the glare, I can see that's reflecting. And what have we got? Have we got anything else in the box? No, we've got nothing else in the box. I'll pop that there though, so we can see Alpha Tryon for a change. And we've got the instructions, which we'd expect. Both of them are together. And as we know, we've got these here. Now, to be honest, I think what I'm going to do, because it's not the normal tie wraps, and because I don't tend to keep much of the inner packaging, I'm just going to cut these guys out straight away so we can get it all done as much as we can anyhow in one take. With regards to the transformation processes though, I still will be uploading them separately to keep the length of this video down. Right, can we take Alpha Tryon 8? Let's have a look. Yes, we can. I'm just going to pop him there for a second. Right, let's see if we can get Orion Packs out now. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got the e-hobby version of Orion Packs to do a comparison with. But the interesting thing is, funnily enough, with Orion Packs, is whenever we do it, apart from the Thrilling 30 version of him, they do always use cup molds to do this. With e-hobby, they did exactly the same. They used the cup mold, and with this, of course, we've used a cup mold as well. Now, I think that's enough to set him free, which it is. There we go. I'm just going to rest him there. So this must be the bag of him, or it'll be the base, won't it? It'll be the base as well as the accessories. Let's have a look at this. And because this, I suppose, this is the brilliant little bonus. Does it warrant the huge price hike on it all? That's not for me to say. I think that they've done something pretty special here though, to be honest. I really do. And I know that everybody, so if you're new to this channel, if you haven't seen any news updates, this is the thing that as soon as it was, I suppose, previewed, leaked or whatever, this has got to be, I would imagine, the most anticipated figure release easily of this year, and probably in a long time, to be honest. Right, I've managed to set it for free. Hopefully that wasn't too painful. Let's get rid of all this completely, and we can do some real first impressions then. So this looks like it's going to be the stand. I hope so. There we go. So you've got the cross which is going to fit in there. Yep, nice and careful. And then we've got the lovely disco ball. It is of course Vector Sigma, but with gold. And again, just a really nice touch. We can see how that's going to rest on top of that. And we've got the key, which is brilliant. Oh, look at the detail on that. Nice. And funnily enough, I've read not to push it all the way in because it can get stuck, but I'm just going to pop that there for now. I'm just going to move these over here and we will do first impressions with Orion Packs. So we can already see that his head wasn't fully clipped in, but he's came out of the box. The head sculpt is stunning. We know because, again, he's a cuppery tool, so articulation, the arms will go all the way around, out to the side. We've got some bicep flexion. We've got a wrist. Yes, we do. It's very stiff, but we've got wrist swivel. We've got head articulation, up and down, around to the side, knee bend, ankle tilt. Oh, there you go, straight away. I pulled his toes off, but luckily enough, you can see that that does just clip straight back in. So we've got, yeah, we do have an ankle tilt and rock. Maybe you need to be a bit more careful. So again, people can learn from my mistakes on these videos. These don't look fully clipped all the way in either, to be honest. And his accessory is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be this, because it's from Cup, and this one as well. Let's have a quick look at Alpha Tryon then. And this head sculpt is, let's get it to focus. Let's move everything out of the way so it can focus. His head sculpt is amazing. The detail there is brilliant. Full articulation, looking up and down. That, I presume, should be out of the way. Yeah, this is great. This looks really good. These will fold back, shoulders up, round to the side, biceps, twizzle on the bicep as well, wrist, yep, wrist articulation, waist swivel, hips out to the side, to the front, knees, ankle tilt and rock, exactly as you'd expect. Stunning, stunning figures. Great uses of the moulds. I'm often asked what's my opinion on reusing the moulds, and I think if they do things like this, I've not got an issue with it at all, because I think they just look brilliant, and you know, it's something that they're going to keep doing. And as long as they create, I suppose, enough new characters, it'll keep us all buying as well. There, of course, is his accessory. And as I say, first impressions, looking absolutely fantastic. So for the rest of the video, we're going to have a quick look at them in their alternate modes, and then we'll come back again with them in their robot modes, and we will do all of the comparisons and displays then. But for now, let's have a quick look at them in their alternate modes. Okay, then we're back. As you can see, they're in their alternate modes. Quick apologies, no transformation process on this video. Couple of reasons. One, they're going to be uploaded separately to keep the main length of the video down. And two, is not to spoil it for people who don't actually want to see it. You know, they may have pre-ordered this themselves and they want to experience that transformation process for themselves for the first time. One thing I will say, though, is that a couple of the things did pop off as I was doing them. And I did also notice that this was completely assembled. I didn't notice when I took it out of the package the wrong way round. It was just a simple fix, just flipping it over. So we might as well start with Alpha Tryon. And of course, again, we already know this is, as I say, a redeco and a use of the Scourge and Sweet mold. But I think this colour scheme on him just really works. Most of the things are all tucked away. Obviously, we know that's the head sculpt there. These do move, but they're not really supposed to. It doesn't matter how you have them, to be honest. They are supposed to display with them out, and as you can tell underneath, most of the things are indeed just tucked away into the shell of this. Again, very similar to the original Generation 1 figure. We've got a 5mm post there to attach his gun, and indeed anybody else's gun if you wanted to attach. It'll fit in the 5mm post like so. And he does have the bonus visible head mode, which again I'm going to show you in a second. Before we do that though, let's have a quick look at Orion Packs. And again, this one, to be honest, a few of these bits fell apart. Maybe it's because it's been constant use of the mold again. The toes fell out when I opened him up, and something else fell off on this on the original transformation process. Again, another reason why I upload them separately afterwards, to allow the toys just to get used to, I suppose, being transformed. Great colour scheme with this though, really works. It does. As I say, I know it's just a reuse of the cut mould, and indeed like they did with the e-hobby, but I just like it. I think it's quite slick. You can attach via these slots there either side. You can either put the gun on the one side or you get the other accessory there like so. you can see how they go. Unfortunately, there's not many, and I can't in fact see any 5mm ports on this, so you're pretty much limited to only being able to attach and use the accessories that do come with him. Whether that's a negative thing or not, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can fit it in there as well, but you can't, so you are limited to what you can and can't attach to these figures. However, they do look great, and I'll be very surprised if people are buying these to display them in this particular mode. I may be corrected, but I'm sure most people are going to be displaying these back in the robot mode, which we're going to come to in a second. I'm just going to very quickly show you him with his bonus visible head mode as well. So then, very quickly, before we go back to robot mode, here is the visible head mode, which, to be honest, I don't really know the use for with this particular figure. With the sweeps, it was, again, there was a main purpose and function for it, but I suppose just because they're using the same mould, we can see that you can still do it with this. However, to my knowledge, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, leave me a comment in the comments, I don't see the point of it too much in here. I'm just going to show you the fact that you can do it, and I think that's all I'm going to say on this. It is a little nice gimmick, but it worked better with the sweeps for the obvious reasons that it was seen and it was used in the cartoons, whereas with this, exactly that, it's just because it's the same mold. Anyway, let's have a look at him final time, both of them in the robot mode, and do some comparisons. Okay, then we're back for the final time with them in the robot modes. Main reason because this is how I'm going to be choosing to display them. And I just quickly want to show you this. Same, obviously, as Alpha Tryon was using Scourge's mold. You could do the head reveal in the ship mode. Because he's using Cup's mold, you can, of course... and you can also see that things are popping off this. I just seem to have no luck with new molds at the moment. I'm going to keep this in because obviously that shouldn't happen, and you can see for yourself. So what I was trying to show you is you can, of course, separate the legs and the arms exactly as you could with the Cup figure as well. So now you've got the 5mm ports there, and I suppose, yeah, you could have Alpha Tryon completely building him up from being taken into loads of different pieces. But apart from the bits falling off, I do still like it. Luckily enough, the bits that you can just very, very simply reattach. So I haven't put this in anybody's hand yet, but you can, of course, put this in to the hands of the figures. You can see how it'll hold it there. It can be a bit tough to get in. It will eventually go in though. You can see if I can just push it in enough. There we go. Holds it in his hand nice and neatly like so. These bits here, they do really look like a cape, so I like the look of that. So you can also then put the gun as well if you wanted to in his hand. So he's got Vector Sigma key there, and of course the gun. And I suppose let's go with this. We can also, of course, attach the gun. I'm pretty sure you can, because we could do with Scourge. Can we attach it at the back somewhere? I'll clarify this in a second. I'm sure you can. Or you can put it on the backs of the wings, of course you can. But we can do this particular image here, which we've all seen so many times with these figures. It does look really good, doesn't it? It is a great thing that you can do, and I imagine, as I say, this is going to be on loads and loads of people's dioramas doing that. With regards to Orion Packs, yes, of course, you can put both of these in his hands. Do you know what? I'm actually thinking about it now. I don't think you can attach it to the back for his gun, but you can put both of them there like so. And of course we could put him down in loads of different pieces as well if we truly wanted to. Right, let's just pop him here for now, and let's indeed just move Vector Sigma just for a second, because what I want to do is, first and foremost, I want to do the comparisons with the original owners of the molds. So there is Cup, and this was the first edition of Cup, so it's got this particular chest. Obviously we've had the buzzworthy Bumblebee version as well, so maybe that's a reason why, again, some of the I suppose parts of the mold are getting quite loose. You can see there, it's a really good use of it. It is a great use of this particular mold. Not too many gaps, which is brilliant as well. And if I move these guys out of the way, and if we go to, in fact, let's pop him in the middle, because we can, of course, go Scourge on the one side. Scourge has got the dark colour, and we can put Sweep on the other. There we go. So you can see how these have worked, and you can see that these are now retools as well. And again, just a great use of it. These are all folded over. Let's move these out of the way. Head sculpt, of course, is the main difference there. Now let's have a look at some other versions of him that have been released. We've got the botcon version there, and then I'm pretty sure that this is the Titan's Return version of him right there. Is that going to hold in place? Let's just fell over typically, so let's pop them there. These ones weren't the greatest figures, were they? The Titan's Return, let's be honest. This one is hands down winner. I think for looks, this one is great for size and for being able, and for I suppose displays. He looks really good, this particular version does. Let's put the two best versions side by side. So we've got space there. We've got, I say best version, I wish I had the e-hobby one, which I don't, but another version of him. So this is the IDW take on Orion Pack, so it's quite a bit different to the one that you can see there. Again, the e-hobby one is a brilliant, well, this is a brilliant hobby homage to the e-hobby one. Overall though, it's an impressive set. It is very, very good. Oh, there's one more here as well. This was, of course, Alpha Tryon as well, but it looks nothing like him. It's just them bits on the back that we've got there. But as I was saying, overall, I mean, this truly is a great set. And I think it's win-win for everybody if you're, even if you're mint and seal box collectors, because the box just displays brilliantly. Figures themselves are fantastic, and it's really nice to have another standalone Orion Packs figure, because as you saw from the one I just showed you, that was the Thrilling 30 version. And the other one I've mentioned was the e-hobby version. So no mainline releases of this particular figure. In my opinion, they look great, and these are definitely going to be going on display in my collection. Let me know what you think of them. You've probably got them as well already. Let me know in the comments, and of course, take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.